Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining. Um, LatinoBuilt Improve Your Cash Flow and Financial Wellness presentation. My name is Natalie Pardo. Please bear with me. It's only my second day on the job here, but I'm super excited to be here with LatinoBuilt and get to know all of you in the organization. Before we do get started with the presentation, I just want to give you a couple of reminders. For today's presentation, your cameras are off, but please just maintain your microphone on mute as well, just so that way we don't get any kind of sudden sounds into our presentation. For our presenters and also for our viewers, if you can place your phones just on mute as well, so we don't get any unexpected calls while we're speaking, that would be perfect. This presentation, as I mentioned, is being recorded. So this presentation will be uploaded in the next few days on our YouTube channel in case you want to view it again or you want to share it out with any other folks. And I believe that's all my reminders for right now. When it comes to questions for today's presentation, please submit them using the chat. The chat box is open. There is a chat button at the bottom of your screen that you can use to enter all of your questions. We'll have an opportunity to answer those questions throughout the presentation and at the end as well. So with that, I want to welcome our folks from KeyBank. We have a couple different folks on the call today. We do have Jeremy McKibben, Melissa Carollo, Lyric Mobley, and Ursula Kantak. We also have Victor as well. So if you all want to come on screen and introduce yourselves, we can get started with the presentation.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, I'll hand it to Jeremy.
Perfect. Really appreciate everyone taking the time out of their busy day. It's been kind of a crazy week for everyone with the winter storm. I think it's hopefully the last winter storm we're going to see for the remainder of the year. Fingers crossed. As mentioned, my name is Jeremy McKibben. I'm a senior business banking relationship manager for KeyBank. Been in the industry for 20, now going on 22 years. So seen a lot of different events happen in the financial industry. And I will tell you that every one of them has been different. And one of the things that we really wanted to make sure that we're covering, me and my team, is how to help improve cash flow, especially during times like this, right? This is unprecedented times, and we want to make sure that we're doing everything and providing you guys with the education and the tools to be able to help manage and run your business more efficiently and effectively. So that's the purpose of today's call. So I have Melissa Carollo, who is our merchant rep, Lyric, who is also a merchant rep for KeyBank, and then Ursula Kantak, who is also our treasury expert. So she helps with all money in and out. So with the team today, we were hoping to just cover the details. So with that, I am going to start the presentation. Let's see here, sorry. Get to the right one. And let me make sure here. There we go. So these are the topics that we're going to be covering. Obviously, we covered the introduction. Cash flow. I think it's important for us to cover the good debt and bad debt, right? Everyone thinks that having, well, what I'm hearing is they don't want to carry any debt for the business. Well, there is such thing as good debt, and we'll cover that in more detail. And then we have the product partners they're going to be covering in more depth the products and services that KeyBank offers to help with the cash flow cycle and improve the cash flow cycle. And then obviously we'll open up to any questions. So to get started, cash flow is the lifeblood of the business, right? You need to have those accounts receivables and those payables in. I look at it as a ballet, right? You need to make sure that they're working in sync. And the way when I'm talking to my customers, the best way for us to explain the receivables would be to increase your collection time, right? A lot of folks have terms where they're set with other or set with their customers where they're collecting over a 30-day period or 60-day period. What we want to do is we want to move those ARs as close to current as we possibly can. And the best way, and also from a secure standpoint too, right? That's extremely important. And a couple of ways to do that is to negotiate the terms with the customers, right? So if you pay during a certain period of time, we can give you a discount, or if you pay a certain way, we can give you a discount. What it does is, if we look to collect from an ACH using the ACH payment option, that reduces the impact for potential fraud for the business because you don't have that float period and it's a more secure way of collecting those funds. So that's something that we do encourage our customers to look into. The other piece of it is moving into a merchant platform to accept card as a form of payment. And a lot of times there's I guess, a stigma towards collecting card or using card as a form of payment because of the potential fee. Well, there's variations of ways to get around that or enhancements that can be made. The whole piece of that, though, is to create the efficiency and the security for the business. And that's where we're seeing a lot more construction companies, especially subs, moving into that as a form of payment. And Melissa is going to cover that in more detail. The payables as well, you want to EAR, you want to collect as soon as possible, but you want to extend your payables as much as possible, where you're not, overextending yourself, but you're allowing that time for your ARs to come in to help support your payables, so you're not having to utilize your own cash. And the best way to do that is to take your current payables, extend them out. So if you're on 30-day terms, what I like to use is, or have my clients use, is a credit card, because that extends it from 30 days to then 60 days. Or if you're on 60 terms, then you go ahead and you move it into 90-day terms. So you're just holding on to that cash in a more, I guess, timely manner, which lines up with your AR. So you're not having to utilize your own cash as much, or savings reserve, or a line of credit. So those are the types of pieces that we try to instill with our customers, or my customers, when I'm having those conversations. And the best way to do that is to look at the treasury services that are available to you. The point is that you want to minimize the use of checks as much as possible, because again, that float period does have an impact on the business. And if you could just pay it and extend it and also get rewards from a credit card program, that's a plus. So there's a lot of great options that are available. And 10, 15 years ago, this wasn't an option, right? This is now ever evolving. And that's something we're seeing with the banking industry, is that it's an ever evolving industry. I mean, it's just, there's some sort of new process that is coming out that will help businesses become more efficiently operated, or operating more efficiently, I guess is a better term. Getting to the loans and the equipment lines, I really think that, again, like I said earlier, there is a stigma towards lending and having debt on a business. And unfortunately, having debt is actually not a bad thing. You're able to, especially purchasing equipment, because you're extending that out, a depreciating asset, you're extending the payments out over a longer period of time, instead of utilizing cash from your operations to purchase a piece of equipment. This allows you to be able to bid on more jobs. You're able to access, access cash a little bit more freely, so you're able to be more competitive within the marketplace. As well as, you're able to get that equipment for you're enhancing your business. So that's something that we really encourage our clients. I mean, rates are so low right now, it really makes no sense. I mean, you can get a loan for a piece of equipment under 4%. We see it all the time. And that, again, just enhances the cash flow process. And then lines of credit as well. I mean, if you're looking at bonded jobs, typically bonding companies require you to have that access to liquidity. Well, that does give you the access to be able to bid on some of those jobs that, again, like I said, do require bonding. So, there is such thing as good debt. And that's what we really want to instill within our clients, so that they understand that, hey, you know what, whatever we can do to help hold on to that cash a little bit longer is going to make the most sense. Now, when it comes to products and services, I'm going to turn the ball over to Ursula and have her explain to some of the products that we offer that are beneficial to our clients, and see if there's to show some of the enhancements that we have. So Ursula, I'm going to let you take it away.
Sure, thanks, Jeremy. So like Jeremy said, I'm Ursula. I'm one of the payment team advisors here, partnering with businesses like yourself. And my experience comes from the last 15 years being here at Key, and I really appreciate all of you attending. With what Jeremy was covering, I want to talk a little bit about how we partner with businesses and how KeyBank and our team partners with businesses like yourself. We help the business manage and implement payment solutions to automate and streamline your end-to-end payment process. Before we offer any products, we really want to meet with each client individually, really understand their unique pieces of their business, and then we're going to really customize that solution for you. Jeremy touched on a couple ways to help with the AR and AP. So I thought I'd just talk about a couple of those, not necessarily that they'll be exactly right for your business. Remember, we'll personalize it to you. So today I want to talk about two products, one being corporate card. Jeremy kind of touched on that. And then the second one being our Key Cash Flow. So for the first solution, we've provided to clients to help control their payables is the corporate card solution. Our corporate card solutions helping clients make those payments via credit card. And the difference in that credit card versus a corporate card is the corporate card, you're going to pay it off in full every month to avoid any fees on that. So we want you to extend out that payment. So I'm going to give you an example. One of our contractors who implemented a corporate card program really was looking to replace some check writing and debit card usage to make purchases and pay vendors and suppliers. Our client, which today I'm going to call ABC Company because it makes it really easy, started paying as many suppliers with this corporate credit card while keeping their terms. So their suppliers were still requiring that 30-day term, but with the corporate card program, ABC Company did not then have to pay that card for 15 to 45 days later. So you're getting out to that, 60 days of really not having to pay that yet, and you're allowing those ARs to come in. So this really helped ABC Company be able to hold on their cash. The corporate card program, like I said, paid off in full every month, so you're avoiding any interest fees. You're using the corporate card program as just one of the payment methods that we help you. We call it a tool belt. As you guys, I'm sure, are all familiar with that. We call it our payment tool belt here. And we offer 2, 3, or even 4 options for clients to use while working on their cash flow. And that's really where we'll come in, do that deep dive, understanding your organization, your unique situation, and then personalize it to you. With that, we do recognize that not all vendors or suppliers will accept a credit card payment from you. And because of that, we're going to give you another option in that tool belt called Key Cash Flow. Key Cash Flow is our end-to-end payables and receivables solution. This solution provides intuitive design at a glance with a dashboard. Solutions like Key Cash Flow can help you centralize your data, documents, your team collaboration, and reporting all in one place, while providing expert support for helping you in the time of need. This solution is helping our contractors make and receive payments in a more streamlined fashion. Our Key Cash Flow has helped our clients make check and ACH payments electronically while working in the office or remotely. We identified in 2020, as I'm sure some of you can attest to, that we did have staff that needed to go to a remote working environment, which made some challenges during that time to make those check payments. So for this ABC Company, they were sending out those checks, paying vendors and suppliers who would not accept the credit cards, as well as some reimbursement for employees by check. And so Key Cash Flow was implemented to help ABC Company make those payments electronically via an ACH deposit, which helps them avoid stuffing that envelope, having to have a check signer in the office, really allowing for them to limit the amount of checks that they're cutting, also while controlling costs. Since Key Cash Flow works with payables and receivables, our ABC company that I'm talking about today implemented both sides of that on the online solution. With regards to the receivable side, so really speeding up the collection there, ABC company was receiving checks in the mail, which required someone to be in the office to receive those checks, prepare the deposit, and then post the deposit. After posting those payments, they would drive to the branch and then deposit the money into their account. All of that does cost money, right? You're paying someone or you're doing it yourself. Time is money. So we really want to help streamline some processes and lower the cost that it costs you to process those payments. Cash flow was implemented. ABC company is then able to send a link to their customers to collect those funds electronically via an ACH deposit or merchant processing instead of that check that was coming in the mail. The electronic payables and receivables process has allowed their office staff to work from anywhere, does not require the check signer to be in the office. And our cash flow solution can integrate with our merchant processing, which I know Jeremy mentioned. Melissa's going to talk about that. So really making it a streamlined process that helps you receive and make payments in a better fashion. So with us talking about the collection of payments, I would like to introduce my counterpart, Melissa Carollo. Melissa specializes in our merchant processing. She's been in the industry the past 18 years, and she's going to give us some really great information.
Thank you, Ursula. So I'm excited to be here today. I love helping businesses and really diving in to learn their challenges and consulting on how we can help. Key Merchant Services is just another piece to the cash flow puzzle. We help you accept payments with speed and accuracy anywhere, anytime. We offer a variety of solutions and even integrate seamlessly with other software in the market. Our goal is to understand each client's unique needs and tailor a solution to help you run your business, which can go beyond just accepting credit cards. Today, I'll talk about a couple solutions and the various ways we help our clients that impact cash flow. I have a client in the construction industry focused on business to business, and they were processing larger dollar amounts. Their processing flow allowed them to invoice clients upon completion of the job. In this scenario, we were able to set the client up with a robust processing tool, expanding how the merchant could efficiently take payments. Since most payments were done over the phone, they could log on to the website and process the card, but it doesn't really stop there. The solution gave our client a variety of ways to speed up payments. In contracting, we often see like projects require an upfront deposit with balance due upon completion or progressive payments being made. We can help you securely store cardholder information to process the card as needed based on the agreed terms with your client. This is powerful for avoiding aging accounts receivables and making things simple for your clients. There are businesses like HVAC companies with service contracts. With this solution, you can charge the card on a reoccurring basis and simply manage the file and updates, giving your customer a simple way, with a payment plan. So, have you considered the benefits of a hosted payment page? If you invoice your clients, you can send them to the website to pay their bill online. Provide an easy way for them to make the payment. We can even let you easily copy the link or a pay button to put on email and invoices. We actually have a semi-integration to our Key Cash Flow product that Ursula was just talking about. So get the message out there for your clients to easily pay you. This client I mentioned above was truly able to streamline their process and speed up payments due to the easy way they could now accept and request payments from clients. Another example is a client needing to go beyond payments and find tools to manage their business. This is where a Clover solution comes in. Clover provides an online dashboard giving your clients the ability to process payments, again, anywhere, anytime, and see the activity happening anywhere at any time, and has a built-in solution allowing you to send a payment request to a client so that they can input that card information to pay you. There are many benefits like the solutions I just discussed, but it does go beyond payments and opening the door to other benefits. So what's cool about Clover is that it opens up to an app market providing tools to run your business better. Many of these apps are through third parties and have created a solution for clients just like you. So, due to all these tools, we really want to discuss with the clients, like, how are you running your business? What are the struggles? And find solutions to help. And let me share an example. A roofing company was recently looking for a solution to streamline their processing. I shared an invoice and field service solution that was a perfect fit. They use this solution to prepare bids and even upload pictures. If their customer proceeds, they can just turn that bid or that estimate into an invoice and request payment. They were able to manage customers and even sync data to QuickBooks, providing additional efficiencies while collecting payments quicker. Of course, there are many other apps that can help depending on your needs and, where the importance of, and this is why the importance of our conversation comes into play. At the end of the day, we want to help you. If I can understand your needs and help find a solution, then we can help with aging accounts receivables and simply get you paid quicker. So don't turn away a client based on how they want to pay. Whether it's through paper checks or electronic payments, the easier you make it for your customers to pay you, the faster you will get your money. And we can help simplify your collections process. We offer relationship pricing too. So this is amazing because our clients are able to take advantage of various perks while doing more business with Key. In fact, I'd like to extend an offer for LatinoBuilt members today. If you move your merchant processing or set up for the first time with Key for accepting cards, then we'll give you a $300 statement credit. This offer does expire March 31st, and I hope to hear from you so we can review your cash flow process and discuss how we can help you. Now, I would like it to open it up for additional questions to anyone on the panel.
So right now we do have some time for questions regarding cash flow. If there are any in the audience, please enter them in chat. And we can get them answered for you. I guess just to expand on what you just mentioned, the $300 credit, do they have to set up an appointment with either of you here on the presentation, or does it have to be like you specifically? How would they go about that?
Yeah, great question. So our contact information will be in the deck that we can share and distribute. And if they contact us directly, we'll be able to apply that if they move forward. So depending on, it's either going to be myself or Lyric that will help the client, and we'll make sure that the individual is working with the right merchant rep and getting the solution. So typically the way we kind of go forward is starting with a holistic conversation with the team, as Ursula had shared. So we like to kind of set that appointment, understand what they're doing, do a deep dive into, where those struggles, and then we can proceed with the solutions and apply the $300.
Maybe, Melissa, if it would be helpful if you guys, your team can put their contact information on the chat box. That way, some of our members that are on the call, they can just write it down.
Yep. So Jeremy's showing it now on the screen. Do you still want do you want us to put it in the chat, or can you distribute it to the members afterwards?
Yeah, if we get this PowerPoint, we could distribute it to them afterwards as well.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you.
Perfect. I don't see any questions in the chat right now about cash flow. I guess just as a follow-up question for folks who maybe are starting off with their first appointment with your team, do you recommend that they bring any certain items with them, certain documents, things like that?
We would want to take a look at their current banking situation. So bank statements would be helpful if they're already collecting merchant. merchant statements would be helpful for us to analyze and be able to provide a apples to apples comparison and be able to find some anomalies that we may be able to enhance. So yeah, I mean, it definitely would be helpful to be able to provide that information during the conversation or consultation. So yeah, and yeah, if you could provide it, that'd be fantastic. One thing I do want to mention is the card programs out there. I can only speak to KeyBank, but KeyBank's card program, the commercial card program specifically, there is no fee associated with that, and it is a rewards-based program. We like to think of it as a quote unquote profit sharing program with MasterCard. So it's not going to give you, you know, I guess gift cards. You're not going to be able to go and get gift cards. It's a true profit sharing program where they will put the revenue, I guess the rewards program funds into your account directly. So that is a benefit. There's no 1099s associated. So it's a very, very clean process.
Okay. Waiting a few more seconds, see if anyone else has any other questions.
And Natalie, I'd like to chime in. And the
Yeah,
reason
of
we
course.
bring up these webinars are just because we, over our years of experience, see that business owners who reach out to their bankers do a lot better than those that don't. And I always, when I talk to someone in the construction industry, I always say, listen, you would never tell your client to try to do that project by themselves. You would reach out to you, the expert. Same thing with us. The business who tries to do it themselves is always going to do less than the business who reaches out to the bank to get that guidance and advice. So again, when you have business owners who we realistically see happen all the time, is that they'll continue to do what they're doing and never do it better because they are so busy running their business. When they reach out to their banker and actually have a sit down and figure out some of these other opportunities and products available to them, they realize they can run their business more efficiently, can make a lot more money, and do it in a better, more efficient way. But again, what they don't know is the same as that general person, whether they're doing the home improvement project or that construction or the commercial client that's doing the commercial projects and they aren't doing it correctly, and they're just going by whatever they've been doing in the past. Again, we just encourage people to take that opportunity, pick up the phone and call and just say, listen, this is my business. This is how I run it. Give us an hour to kind of do a full business financial wellness review for them and say, this is what we see as opportunities. And when we've talked to those business owners who have been either in the $1, $2, and $3 million range, we can take them double, triple what they've been doing in a few years by doing it correctly.
Well, I think it's also important too to discuss that, you know, this is a lot of businesses were started after 2008, which was the last financial crisis that we ran into. And now we're in the middle of this COVID pandemic. You know, a lot of folks have never faced adversity and they don't know how to navigate it. For me, to give you an example, I've been through Y2K, 9/11, the 2008 crisis. And like I said, each one is different, but the story's still the same. The technology is changing at a nuclear minute to help those businesses become more efficiently. And like Ursula said, the more you have in your tool belt from a banking perspective, and that is just going to allow you to thrive. And that's all we want to do is help businesses thrive and provide those tools as needed, or even insight. You know, that's what we're here for.
Thank you, guys. So now if nobody else has a question, please feel free to unmute yourself. You don't have to put it in the chat box. You can also just unmute yourself, give it another second. And if not, we can continue with the second portion of the presentation.
It doesn't seem anyone, everyone's a little too shy to be asking questions today. Okay, that's it. Okay, so give me 1 second just to make sure I have my presentation up. We don't want another error here. But I just want to say thank you so much to everyone at KeyBank. They did put their contact information up. Again, we'll be sharing that information out to all of you so you can get in contact with any of the folks that joined us today. So huge thanks to Victor, to Jeremy, Ursula, Lyric, and Melissa for joining us and letting us know the importance of cash flow. With LatinoBuilt, if this is your first time joining us today for a presentation, we have a lot of different avenues for you to join and contact us. So please connect with us either through email, website, Facebook, LinkedIn. We also have a newsletter that we send out to folks to let you know more about what's going on in our organization and our members. And again, like mentioned at the beginning, this presentation is being recorded and will be posted on YouTube in the next few days as well. If you have any questions, again, send them in to information@latinobuilt.org or again, the KeyBank team. So thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you have a great one. Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.